everybody. This segment is in English. Segment is in English for everybody that is joining. Good morning to everybody that is watching. Share so we can start. As every day, man, there's news over here. News never dies. Says people keep on moving. This thing with the phone is not giving me a good time. I will do Spanish in the evening, in the middle of the day. We'll do Spanish as the topic in Spanish is real strong. The medical care has been taken away from the citizens. Some medical care. Also, there's a lot of things going on with AMLO putting new laws and rules into our country and citizens. So we are going to do a Spanish live feed a little bit later. I need to elaborate more on the subject, study it more, and for me to prepare myself. But regarding the English feed, we already have the two topics, and I have a huge surprise for you guys. Huge surprise after this show, after this live feed. I have a huge surprise. So you guys share the live feed. Good morning to everybody. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. How's everybody doing? 10th of January today. 10th of January today, 2020. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday. 39. Thank you, God, for giving me another year of hard work with beautiful people and doing the beautiful thing that I love, that is communicating the news and broadcasting. That is the beautiful thing that I love. Good morning to everybody. God bless you all. God bless my country, Mexico, my city of Tijuana, and God bless everybody in the United States of America. God bless all of you. How's everybody doing? Hope that you're doing great. It's cold. As you see, I got a vest and I got a jacket, and this is like the Marlboro jacket, the commercial. It's really, it's really cozy, and it's cold over here. But hope you guys have a blessed morning. What's going on? What is the surprise before you guys go? Never before seen footage of a video that Ben Berquam and myself did in Guatemala and in Tapachula. Never before seen footage of a video of Ben Berquam and myself in Tapachula. Share and share is going to be broadcast after I do this live feed. It's going to be a premiere. Sorry about the sun, is hitting me right in the face. It's going to be a premiere for you guys to see. It's going to be a beautiful. It's a beautiful video. Drone footage by Ben Berquam, my bro, man. My Captain America really knows how to manage the drone. Drone footage by him. Extra credit to Carlos Mejia Lopez, journalist from Tapachula. Footage of us going to Guatemala. Drone footage of the river. Footage of us in the port of entry. Footage of a great interview with a migrant from El Salvador in Guatemala, saying beautiful things about the President of the United States, about the government of the United States. Never before seen footage, also never before seen photographs. So you guys be, after this live feed, there's going to be a really good video, never before seen footage of Ben Berquam and myself in Tapachula in Guatemala. I had that video for the longest of time, but I forgot. Forgot about that video. We prepared that video in Guatemala, in Tapachula. Me and Ben, we prepared that video in Tapachula, but we did not broadcast it because it had a little issue with it, but it had a little twitch. But I fixed it, so I'm going to share it, and also I'm going to share it also in America's Voice and this is a phenomenal and great video. Shared it after I finished this live feed. So what's going on? It's a huge topic, but it's you don't leave the humanitarian side alone. You know, it's unhuman to not see the necessities of a person, of a migrant. It's unhuman. I understand. There's supposed to be priorities. We already got that point, that we're supposed to have priorities. First our country, first our people, first our poor people, and then we can help other people. And also, if we have the capacity to help, we always are humans and we all help. You know, everybody that is listening to me has always helped other people. And don't tell me you haven't. You know, there has been occasions that you guys, you know, have extra clothing in your house, have extra shoes and all this stuff. Whose fault is it that our government is so incapable and inept, and so they don't have the capacity and ability to take care of the situations in emergency situations? It's the government's fault. Whose fault is it that we have, you know, an influx of migrants over here in our country, that our country is not physically, emotionally, and mentally prepared to, in particular situations, to understand and to do an emergency? It's our government that hasn't prepared us. So there's been a lot of protests over here by migrants from all across their country, all across the world, about the violence of the government and the police officers and the law enforcement, how they've been treating them. Of course, the response is, if you don't like it, go back home. That's the easy response. And also, you know, the other response is, if you think that this city is violent, move on and go to another city. I completely understand that. The thing that I don't understand is why the mistreatment of the police officers towards people. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. If it doesn't matter if you're homeless and if you're not homeless, a citizen is supposed to be treated as a citizen. This really disgusts me. Why? Because our government is so corrupt. Our government is so unprepared. And our government is so... The police officers, some police officers are so unprepared that they don't know how to handle a situation. This is what happened. A migrant from Haiti, he was standing at a plaza and apparently he was asking for money. Standing at a plaza asking for money. Police officers came to the situation, came to the place, and they asked the migrant, "What are you doing over here?" Migrant said, "I'm asking for money." Police officer said, "You can't be doing that over here in this plaza." Migrant got mad, said, "It's my right." You know how they coach them. And after that, they arrest the migrant. He was handcuffed. But this is the situation that I'm telling you, which it really, you know, I understand that he's committed a crime, but probably, I don't know if it is loitering or whatever he's doing. But this is the situation that really disgusts me. The migrant had an asthma attack at the moment. He had an asthma attack. As he was having an asthma attack, he was yelling to the officers, "Asthma, asthma, asthma, I can't breathe, asthma." And the police officers were making jokes, laughing, and also pushing him on the chest and kicking him on the chest. That, people, I am against irregular migration. I am against illegal migration. I am against taking advantage of privileges that they're supposed to be giving to each citizen of each country. But also, I'm against inhuman acts. And that, people, is an unhuman act. It has been happening, not only for a migrant from Haiti, the government of Mexico has been abusing people for the longest of time. Not only people from Haiti, people from Mexico, people from all over the place. They're abusive. They take advantage of the situation. And this is what happened to this migrant from Haiti. Of course, the number one response that we are going to say is, what is he doing over here? If he's on the violent city, why did he came to a violent city? Everybody's going to respond that he's migrating to the United States. We already know that process and that explanation. The response here is And the problem here is the government and the police officers don't have the capacity and capability to take care of a person in an emergency situation. They are not prepared. And they demonstrated their unpreparedness in that moment with a person is having an asthma attack. You already arrested the man. Okay, he's having an asthma attack. Get him on the unit and take him to a doctor. And of course, now it is a huge subject now, because guess who came in the picture? And guess who is going to make it look like we are bad people, we are racist people, everybody in Tijuana is a fascist, everybody in Tijuana is mistreating people, everybody in Tijuana is bad. Human rights. Human rights came in there, and we're giving them weapons so they can, we're giving them ammo, so they can act and they can, put the finger. It's because of the citizens of Tijuana that they're having this mentality of mistreating migrants. We don't mistreat migrants. If you remember, and if I don't remember, if you recall the first caravan, they were really disgraceful. They were mistreating our women. They were violating and raping our women in the South. In every place and in every city that they were coming, they were leaving a mess. And they were not appreciating clothing and everything that it was giving. We are not mistreating nobody. If you're doing things, I don't have no problem with you. But this, an act like this is disgusting. It doesn't even matter if he is from Timbuktu. Really, I don't even care. But when somebody is dying, for God's sake, really, just take him to the doctor. That is unhuman. I'm sorry. That is completely unhuman. I know that a lot of you people are going to say, well, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Things happen. I understand. I really understand. And people are going to say, we got homeless people in our country that they're dying like that, Oscar. We don't have capacity and capability to handle other people. I completely understand that. And people are going to say, our hospitals are full, Oscar. We don't have any space for us. How are we going to have space for other people? Imagine Mexico. So I completely understand that. The only thing that I don't understand is the unhumanity on treating somebody like that. Kicking him on the chest. And you see a person dying. That is not human, people. That really disgusted me and really got me mad. And events like this take you to another level of understanding how these people that they're migrating, they don't know about the dangers of coming to our country. They don't know about the dangers that they're coming to our country. You guys don't know how Americans are treated over here by the government of Mexico. If you guys never got stopped, a person by a white collar, never got stopped by a federale and money, and they have taken money from them, you have not experienced what is, and being in Mexico. They always take advantage of Americans over here because they think that they have money. All of them. It's just, the government is not prepared. Our officials are not prepared to treating people. It doesn't even matter what color, what size, where you're from. They are corrupt and they're not prepared. And this migration, this kind of situations is the fault of the United Nations, because they're pushing their narrative of migrating people, and they don't understand the dangers of every country, that every country has different behaviors and every country is different. They don't understand that. So they push their narrative, migrate. They don't understand that in some countries they are, they don't like migrants. They don't understand that in some countries there's kidnappings, like in Mexico. There's killings, there's assassinations, there's trafficking of children. They don't understand that. The United Nations doesn't care. So they push their narrative. All these socialists, Democrats, liberals, the United Nations push their narrative, risking lives, pushing them to migrate, without knowing that every city has their own problems, that every country has their own problems, and that the violence and delinquency needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. And they need to understand that for you to migrate to another country, and for you to understand that if you're gonna do a mass migration, geographically you have to understand how they're going to migrate and if that country is safe to migrate. So all of these assassinations, because there's assassinations, people, there's the United Nations is killing people. All these people that they have died migrating in the caravans is the United Nations fault. Nobody else's. It's not the United States. Don't blame it on Trump. It's not Mexico. Don't blame it on the Mexican citizens. It's the government that they're involved with the United Nations. If our president AMLO is a socialist, corrupt president, he is involved directly with Soros. Directly. All the people from the government from Central America, they're third world secure countries. Who make them? The United Nations. So whose fault is it that they're having these events, like these kind of situations? That the people are dying, people are suffering, their kids are getting kidnapped on the way of migrating. You know, there's a case right now that I was watching yesterday. It is a legitimate statement from a woman from Honduras, that she said that her child was taken to get the asylum in the United States, and nobody knows where is he to get the asylum in the United States. Do we already have statements of people doing that? All this situation goes for these people, this Rashida Tlaib's, this Veronica Escobar's, this Alexandria Ocasios, and this, Ilhan Omar's, that they don't know what the hell's going on in our country. They don't know. They're separating children. They're separating families. The hell with that. They're trafficking children. And they're stealing children so they can get the asylum in the United States. Unbelievable. And also, it's all a chain of command. It's a chain of command. And it all comes down. This little problem from a person dying of an asthma attack, look how it evolves, and it just opens up to all routes and to all routes of problems. You got a migrant that died of an asthma attack because he was asking for money. Why? It's a migrant from Haiti over here in Mexico because he migrated. Who attended the asthma attack? A government. Who was the government? The law enforcement. Why they were laughing? They're not prepared. Who told him that he can be asking money for there? Nobody. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Why? Because there's no law. Where's the migration laws? They let them in. What is he doing over here? Nobody cares. If he's dying, who's going to take care of it? The Mexican hospitals. Who's going to pay for it? The Mexican citizens. Oh, that is an unhuman act. Yes, I know that it's an unhuman act. But whose fault is it? It's the Mexican government. And who was agreement with the Mexican government for them to be migrating to another country? The United Nations. And who's in charge of the United Nations? Soros. And who's killing these people also? It's the United Nations. And who's pushing the narrative of migrating to countries that they're difficult, that they're dying? United Nations. It all is a problem. La la luli la. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is a problem generated since the United Nations made this irresponsible pact of immigration with 154 countries. Women from Honduras coming out and saying, my son and my child was kidnapped and it was taken to ask for the political asylum in the United States. The rumor is that he's in New York. There's a video, and I will post that video later on my page so you guys can see that. Unbelievable. It's out there. It's out there. So it is unbelievable that these congresswomen, the four fantastic socialists, the fantastic socialists, Veronica Escobar, Alexandria Ocasio, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib. These four women, they don't know these problems. They don't know these problems. They don't know what's going on over here. They just push their narrative. Oh, Trump is bad. Trump is bad, and the wall is separating families, and they're suffering. Oh my God, they're suffering. They don't know nothing about what's going on over here. And then you got a problem right now. A group of 6 people, they were captured in a part in the United States, and I forgot the city where they were captured. This group of 6 people, they are from Guatemala. Is an organization, is an organized crime, like we call it over here. Is an organized crime that they are trafficking children. And they are kidnapping children, and they are smuggling children. And they were captured in the United States. 6 of them from Guatemala and from Central America. Oh, there's no problem. The Fantastic Socialist 4, they're saying there's no problem. Separation of families is because there's Trump. It's amazing, people. Amazing the development of problems and how one little problem, it opens up and it develops into a huge, who is it? Where did it came from? So, good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? Our morning talk, like we do before I get to work. I got exactly 20 minutes to go into the office. Good morning to everybody. Where did the problem generated? And the problem generated since the United Nations started with these global pacts, with these global agreements. Now we got another one that is the Global Pact of Education that is going to be given on the 14th of May on 2020. Watch out for that one. And guess who's pushing that global agreement? The Global Pact of Education. The Vatican. The Pope. So we need to watch what these global organizations are doing. Hopefully, our country of Mexico would not sign. But I will tell you something. The United States is going to be put in a predicament. Reason why is we know that Mexico is signing, the Mexican government, not Mexico, not our citizens, the Mexican government is signing every global agreement because we have a socialist president. And also, we know that Canada with Trudeau is signing every global agreement also. So we know that they are going to put the United States again in a predicament. Sandwich the United States. Not only with a global pact of immigration, but now sandwich the United States with a global pact of education. And they are going to create a global agreement on the environment also on 2020. It's also on the works. So all of these things that I'm telling you, they generate all of these debts, the rapings. You know, if you hear cases, I've been hearing cases, and I have had interviews of cases of, you know, people, women, unfortunately, being raped in the process of migrating. And you understand that, you know, it's horrible that you got raped. It's horrible. It's an inhuman thing. But who told you that you can migrate to a dangerous country like Guatemala, like Mexico? Who told you that it was safe for you to migrate alone with your child? Who told you that? Who gave you the advice that you can do it alone and they were going to protect you? It is a lie. Who told you that? The United Nations, the International Commission of Human Rights, they're the ones that they're pushing this narrative. The Democrats, the liberals, the socialists, all of these people. They're making these people suffer. Migrate to mountains, migrate through sea, migrate to jungles, getting sick, getting diseases, getting raped, kidnappings of children. All of these evil is pushed by the narrative of global agreement of the United Nations. And now you got a person from Haiti dying of an asthma attack, and people are like, oh my God, he died of an asthma attack, it's so unhuman. Who pushed the narrative? Where did the problem comes from? Where did the problem generated? Nobody puts attention to that. So nobody is doing a course nobody's giving a course of emergency situations to officers over here. Nobody's doing that. Our officers, our law enforcement are not prepared for emergencies like that. It is amazing, people. We have to understand where did the problem generates and where is the problem coming from. So we know the root and we take out the root and we eliminate the problem and we start working now on our country, economy, security, and we can help. Amazing, people. Good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. There's going to be a premiere right now of a video of Ben Bergquam and myself when we went to Tapachula. It's a never before seen footage. It's an incredible footage. Credit to Ben Bergquam. He did a video on a drone. It's beautiful footage. And also we did a video. There's a really interesting interview with a migrant from El Salvador that he lives in Guatemala and he's working over there. And he says that the United States government is doing an excellent job and that the president of the United States is doing an excellent job. Welcome, Joanne Makina, saying, just found you and glad I did it. God bless you. And don't miss that video. Also, never before seen pictures of that video. Credit also to my manager that put the pictures on the last part of the video. Thank you so much, Erica Alvarado Curley. God bless you. Y un abrazo gigante. Always a good day when it starts with your videos, Oscar. Coffee. Let's get the coffee. I'm about to get my my cup of coffee for everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. It's a pleasure to be talking to you guys in the morning. Really, it is. I will tell you that. It's a thing that I love. My job, I love broadcasting. But, you know, the thing that really, it gets you so addicted to this work is you trying to fix a problem. And that is the situation. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are really intelligent. You know, the majority of my audience is really intelligent. All of my audience are really intelligent. And I know that you guys understand, if you guys are in charge of, just say, a commute of people, let's say 10 people, and you have a problem, and those 10 people, you need to fix the problem. So until you don't fix the problem, you're going to be all right. You're going to be like, hey, you know, I already fixed the problem, and it's okay. Now, it's kind of like what I'm doing, you know, and what I'm doing right now, it's just, we need to fix the problem. All of us, we need to fix the problem. We need to stop child trafficking. We need to stop this evil and demonic organization that is called United Nations, and this evil guy that is called Soros, and all these global agreements that they are now coming to us on this 2020. Not only the global pact of immigration, but the global pact of education. And then, you know, all these Alexandria Ocasios that they love the environment. You know, the environment is killing people and we need to decrease the population to 500 million. So, you know, the world will survive. So we need to create another global pact so, you know, people won't stop, you know. You can breathe Wednesday and Thursday, but Friday you cannot breathe. Like, it's going to be something like that. It's going to be so ridiculous. So, we need to understand where the problem is generating from. I understand, you know, every answer that you guys are going to give me regarding this immigrant from Haiti that he died, passed away from an asthma attack. But the problem is how the problem generated to to the point that he died on a free. Why he was here, and why the people that they were watching him, nobody helped the officers, why they were laughing, why they were kicking him. Lack of unprepared. You're not prepared for the situation. Border Patrol. Man, I come with the greatest comparisons. Border Patrol, when they arrest immigrants, I seen them how they arrest an immigrant. I see how the United States Customs, how they take, people arrested or into custody. In my eyes, I have never seen no one getting mistreated when they get arrested. You're law, but I won't hurt you. I will take you to custody. I will let somebody that is in charge of that situation take care of your crime that you just committed. That is illegal entry, irregular entry, or trafficking. I will take it to a judge. I did my job. I captured you. I gave you water. You're thirsty. There you go. Water. You just committed a crime, sir. You came to the country illegally. That is a federal crime. You're going to be put to a federal judge right now. He's going to take care of you. All right? Are you good? I'm afraid. You should have thought about that first. Problem solved. Comparison to Mexican authorities, unprepared. They don't know how to handle a situation like that. You understand? This is my anger. That we don't need these global pacts. So we won't have these situations and problems. And if we are going to be signing these demonic and global pacts, why our people are not advised and why our law enforcement are not prepared? It's continuous, and it is a continuously thing. It's like when they came into the south door of Tapachula, nobody was prepared. National Guard was not there. When they try to bum rush the border over here in Tijuana, nobody was prepared. Our officers were not prepared. Out of shape, fat, big gut, a lot of them having a cigarette. Meanwhile, they're running around. Things like that are the things that they really, tick you off. And you're like, wow, man, how do we got to this point? Good morning to everybody. God bless you all. Stay tuned for the premiere of the video. It's going to be shown right now. In the page is going to be a premiere. It's a beautiful video. Watch it. It's a beautiful video. It was beautiful talking to you guys. God bless you all. Stay safe. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress in District 16 of El Paso. Follow him. He is doing the best that he can to change his city and to fight all these people, Veronica Escobar, all these, politicians, to fight all these politicians. As we understand that all these politicians, they don't care about, particular lives, as they're, you're instigating, you're motivating for them to come and migrate from all this out. You don't care about, their safety. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony. He's running for District 16 of El Paso. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe. And always remember, peace and love, everybody. Because always, your country is first.